Hello everyone. It's 11:40 p.m. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do another video tonight because I know I did a lot of videos earlier today ever since was it 4 o'clock in the morning? So yeah, I did. Like I didn't even count how many videos I did, but I did a lot. Excuse me. So I just got out the shower and had to put back on the same clothes because well, I've been suffering the sleep deprivation, and you know, still very tired. So it was about 10:30. I was tired. Excuse me, and sleepy. So this video won't be uploaded until tomorrow, sometime tomorrow morning anyway. So y'all got a few hours of a break. So the less harassment and gang stalking, whether in person or online, the less gang stalking that I get, that's the less videos I have to do, and that's the less I have to report on. But I could have had 2 less videos than I already did if I wouldn't have showed y'all. No, 3, because I wrote a short story and I did a couple of videos pertaining to baking. So there's something with honey though. It can taste really sweet when you eat it off the spoon by itself. But when you eat it mixed in food, it's not that sweet at all. So I didn't have a whole lot, but that sourwood honey is almost gone. I have what looked like 2 spoonfuls left. But some of it had wasted when I had received it. And they had ants all over the front door. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to do laundry, like emergency laundry, like real bad. And also, I need to go shopping. I need to get toilet paper and other toiletries and trash bags and, just different stuff. But due to me having like a small little mini refrigerator and freezer, even though my food stamp's supposed to kick in on the 19th, I'm not going to go grocery shopping right then and there because I got to wait until all the food is, eaten up out of at least the mini freezer. So as I said, I'm saving lots of money with leftovers and like freezing food and having leftovers and stuff like that, or putting food in the refrigerator and freezer and having leftovers, or even having food to store. I don't have a pantry, but I store it in a little storage bin or store it on a shelf, like a canister of grits. Like, say for example, if you might have a canister of grits that serve 15 people for $2.50, but at the restaurant, you would get a small little bowl of grits that's probably less than a serving, less than a measured serving that's designated on a container of grits or something. So if you go to a restaurant, they give you such a small little grits and be wanting to try to charge you $5 for it at the restaurants. So I'm saving a whole lot more money. But it's like this time, this past time I went grocery shopping, I was like, excuse me, I was like, wow, it looked like I'm sitting here spending up almost half the amount of money, spending the money on trying to get like condiments. It's like sauces and seasonings and stuff like that. That's what it felt like. I ain't saying that I did spend half the money on seasonings and stuff, but it felt like it. But this kind of yum yum sauce that they say it must stay refrigerated at all times. I was disappointed. It tasted good, but I was disappointed because it didn't taste like the sauce at the actual Asian restaurants. So, like the hibachi, grill or whatever, like at the place in Gulf Breeze, part of Pensacola, that they didn't call it yum yum sauce, but they call it yummy sauce. Oh, that was my favorite. Like they would have, like at a lot of Asian restaurants, they would have shrimp fried rice that's bland with no flavor at all, and they would, and then they have the worst. Like I cannot stand kikoman or however you pronounce it, soy sauce. I never did. I hate that sauce. But before that, we used to have like it was called La Choy soy sauce. I used to like that soy sauce, but when I eat Chinese food, I don't even be eating it with the soy sauce or nothing. But like if I get bourbon chicken, I'd be asking like for extra juice or extra gravy or something, like teriyaki or bourbon chicken. So and I also be liking like the curry chicken or something like that. But at home, one time I failed at making shrimp fried rice. And it was embarrassing. It was back in 2011, I think it was, and the shrimp was way undercooked. But next time, I learned that if I would have ever made homemade shrimp fried rice again, I need to, instead of trying to cook everything all at the same time, I should try to cook, the shrimp separately and the rice separately from everything else, and cook the egg. Maybe I can cook the eggs, right along with the vegetables or whatever. But it's like I really I never made like an Asian stir fry. I never did that. But I might just have regular chicken or something and then just put whatever Asian sauce or something on it. But yeah, I'm disappointed in that yum yum sauce. It's yuck yuck sauce. But it ain't nasty, but I should call that yuck yuck sauce. So so yeah. So I mean, I guess I think I might have at least a minimum of another week's worth of food left. So I'm good. But yeah, I mean, for now I'm good on food because I still got like left on. So I had like for breakfast I showed y'all what I had. The it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I think it was. And as I said, I would have gone to bed, but I stayed up all night having to battle, keep blocking David James' multiple fake accounts with the harassment and stuff. And what he'll do is comment under supportive people, and then they believe whatever lie he says, and then unsubscribe or block me. So but he made a decision to be dedicated to the devil. So I can't believe it. That's not the David. As I'm gonna say it again, that's not the David Jane that I knew in Los Angeles. I don't know who he is anymore. Something took over him. But my twin sister was always evil like that. She was always evil. But my entire family, I think they're all evil, wicked, very wicked people. None of them, not one family, none at all the adults in the family, nobody's to be trusted. Nobody. I can't trust anybody in the family at all. And they don't have my best interest at heart. They never meant me any good. They never really did anything for me. Never really any support. As I said, if my family members were to give me any support, and fake love bombing, but it would be like a reverse love bombing, because they pretend to be fake, extra fake nice in order to try to have their hand out for money or try to get something out of me. Or if they try to lure and manipulate me, for a destructive setup. So I can't be around any of my family members at all. And even when I would deal with my twin sister, it can be just me and her before China came in the picture. And my own twin sister would be trying to, manipulate and trying to, try to set me up and manipulate me and try to make a fool out of me. And she would use projection and lie to people and saying that I'm a closet homo and that I'm secretly more gay than her and stuff like that. And it's like, but you're the one would try to act like you want to manipulate and entice me to be that way. But I'm frustrated because, as I said, if it weren't for this fake foster care thing, we wouldn't be. This wouldn't be. I promise you, I know this would not have been. She probably could have been right here by me, or vice versa. So as I said, she thinks that spreading lies about people and ruining lives behind lies is. She thinks that's funny. You wouldn't. No normal person would think that it's funny to lie about your own relative touching your own child, and then keep switching your story around, and then everybody still believe her. And then, David Jane also scrambles around the fake stories. One moment you lie and say, oh, Candy was in the closet with Cody. And then the next time he comes with another fake account and said Candy was in the closet with Raven. I was never in the closet with either one of them. But I'll tell you who was in the closet with who. That foster cousin Kirk and his brother Brandon were in the closet with my twin sister, but they were kids themselves. Like Brandon was 9 and Kirk was 11, and we were 7 years old. And they would manipulate for her to do stuff to them. And I was trying to figure out what they were doing, and they would always kick me out of the closet. So that's the only damn closet situation that kept happening. So, dang, they vibrating me right here. They've been vibrating the fuck out of me all day long. Violent assault and blasting loud music. They've been blasting loud music, passing by blasting loud music, and vibrating me all day. All day. So, I'm still sleep deprived, so I apologize if I sound like if my topics are all scrambled around and everything. But, but anyway, so yeah, I had to be up, battling against David Jane harassing me and stuff like that. And usually at that group home he was staying, at the group home he was staying, they would have, I don't remember what time their bedtime curfew was, but they were adults being treated like imprisoned children or something. So David would always tell me that Sarah wasn't allowed to even leave the house, and she wasn't even on house arrest. Now, like, if they're grown adults, even though they're considered special needs or disabled, why they're treated like prisoners? And so Sarah's gonna sit there and stay at that house and never even go outside for the rest of, for the rest of her doggone life. I don't remember Sarah's last name, but Sarah was trying to act weird and trying to act like a perp before too. So it seemed like the only part of outside that Sarah's allowed to go to is in the back, like the backyard of that group home or that little home or whatever that David James stays in. Excuse me. So David James, he would be like, Sarah can't go out. She can't go out. And I don't remember if Sarah was older than me, younger than me, or if we were around the same age or something, but no way in hell. David Jane had more freedom to go out places than her, but he even had it was very limited. So David Jane told me that he's Filipino and that he came here to the U.S. when he was 3 years old, and that he was adopted. And I met his adoptive dad and his adoptive brother, but one of his adopted siblings. So his adopted dad and brother, they're rich and living a high life. The adoptive dad is Indian from India, and the adoptive mom, I heard it was from Paris, France. So so David would tell me, stories about when he was in Paris, France, or something like that. But he never told me he went to India or anything like that. But I think he said that when he first came to the U.S., he was supposedly living in Philadelphia, and then I don't know when he ended up moving to Los Angeles. But the adopted dad, I don't remember that man's name, but the adoptive dad, he seemed like abusive, narcissistic, hard, and mean. But the adoptive brother was kind of cool, kind of nice. And, I was invited to this party that they had. And he said, oh, we throw parties for a living. And it's like, it be lavish parties. Like, you can tell it be like expensive, rich folks kind of healthy, natural food and everything. So the adoptive dad and the adoptive brother, they're rich with a lot of money and got friends with money and everything. But David invited me to go to that party one time, and then they didn't even want to give me they didn't even want to give me really a ride home. So I forgot where downtown in Los Angeles. They probably dropped me off at Union Station or something, and then left for me to have to take the buses and the trains home. And then I ended up, without realizing, I ended up getting gang stalked and harassed on the buses and trains trying to get back home. See, I hear loud music, idiots passing by. So, I didn't realize that all those people that I have had issues with, that they were all gang stalkers. Like, there was a point in time that I would get harassed and bullied when I take the 115 to get home. When I would take the 115, I would always get harassed, or sometimes get harassment and bullied on the train. So yeah, they would have moments where I would not even set foot outside and stay locked in the house for 2 weeks. Numerous times. Sometimes it would be just like a whole week without setting foot outside. And other times it would be 2 weeks. Because I would go out and maybe go do laundry and grocery shopping, and then have hell with everybody and get into altercations, frustrations, arguments, and then come home with like a psychological, mental, and emotional meltdown and feel spiritually drained and feel like as if I have to psychologically and mentally and emotionally regroup myself by staying locked in the house for 2 weeks. And then after that, the cycle repeats. It starts back again. And it was so hectic. Los Angeles was a very dirty city with a lot of dirty people. And people would nitpick and talk about me. So, yeah, they were too stingy. They didn't even want to give me a ride home. Well, I'm like, y'all would have done better off not even inviting me to the party in the first place. But, excuse me, but David's, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so David, his adoptive dad forced him to live at that group home in Los Angeles. And it's like, dang, why he couldn't live with his adoptive brother? His adoptive brother lives in this place downtown LA, hidden and away from everybody else, not the common Skid Row area, but way like downtown LA could be its own. I mean, downtown LA look like it's downtown by itself. It's bigger than the whole city of Bloomington. Or the whole town of Bloomington. It like downtown LA is huge. So even you could probably say the same thing about New Orleans as well. I think you can almost say the same thing about New Orleans. Almost with New Orleans, maybe. But so oh man. So yeah, David James' adopted brother, he it seemed like as if he was living in this place where he had it was a big huge place that was like, it looked like as if they were living in a co-ed or co-op, no, I'm sorry, like a co-op art studio or something. And so it's like, well, David couldn't live with his half brother. They just put him in a group home, and like as if they threw him away, like as if they don't even care about him. But so David is almost 3 years older than me, but I be forgetting that he's older than me and thinking he's younger than me. Well, he seems, childlike due to his disability or whatever disability he might have. But another thing is, he seems so reminiscent of the ex-boyfriend Alex Mendez, who turned out to be a perp too. So, an abusive, narcissistic perp. Both of them perps, and they both look and talk just alike. So, so then, I mean, yeah. So, but the fake Hell's Way Church, they were even trying to get in David's head and trying to manipulate him against me and stuff like that. I didn't realize, I knew nothing about gang stalking really around that time, or probably was just beginning to learn about it. Because as I said, researching about the Illuminati and New World Order can lead you down that path to gang stalking and targeted individuals. Or researching about cults can lead you down the path of narcissistic abuse. And then you research even further, and then you add gang stalking and all that stuff. It's all interconnected. It's all connected. Because they say that the New World Order is one big fat cult. One big fat cult. So, and they got so many people who pretend that they're against the New World Order, and they're secretly going along with it and pretending and paid to go along with it. But yeah, I would hate to get paid to fake a certain lifestyle or a certain image. I would rather just be me and sell lemonade or something. But the government won't let people just be free like that. So yeah, this morning I had that what I showed y'all this morning, plus the Jimmy Dean sausage patties. That's what I had this morning. And then it wasn't until after 3:30, I think, or almost 4 o'clock, that I had the beans and mixed vegetables and rice. And that was it. And of course, it had some coconut oil in it too. And then for dinner, all I had was a can of skipjack tuna with the yum yum sauce on it, yuck yuck sauce, and some farina with a little bit of butter and sugar. And that was all I ate today. And the dinner, I know it was after 9 o'clock, but I don't remember if it was 10 o'clock. So I made the farina perfect, but some of it kind of spilled in the microwave. So I didn't have tang today. And other than, me considering, me trying the empanadas, that was the closest to any dessert you can get. But that was my breakfast, but it was barely really that sweet. It wasn't even really sweet. And my amazing grass, I do not remember whether or not I had some today. I probably didn't because my cups are clean and I didn't wash any dishes today. Oh, no, that's not true. I washed a few. I did wash some dishes today, but I didn't wash a whole pile. I washed a few here and there. So, now it's a new day. It's Tuesday, July 18th, 2023 at 12:10 a.m. in the morning. So, well, later on today, I guess what I might have is more empanada. So, I ought to be all right. If I have another empanada, and I know I would be stuffed and full. You know, the empanada plus the extra little sweet potato cake or loaf cake or whatever. I'm gonna have like half of the loaf today and the other half tomorrow, and also the the one empanada today and the other one tomorrow. So but it's like I'm trying to regain my cooking skills again. Like when I bake in a regular oven, they might have certain things that come out just right or come out good. But the toaster oven, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If it might be like burnt, close to burnt on one side and then lighter in the middle or something like that, I see they passing by blasting loud music again. So, yeah, I'm feeling like sleep deprived and tired and too depressed to even leave out the house. And so I'm feeling too depressed and tired to leave out the house, to even go anywhere. And then I can't believe it's be like 101 degrees or 100 degrees. And I'd be nearly about to die going to the laundromat, because of the heat. So I not long ago took a shower, like just before getting on the video, and I'm glad that they didn't squeeze my organs. So I felt just not pain, but just a little bit discomfort, but I'm glad they didn't squeeze my organs, so I was able to take a peaceful shower. Well, it wasn't 100% peaceful because my washcloth fell on the floor. So it seemed like when I'm around family members, I call myself trying to conduct myself better or act better, especially with they try to make it like as if me striving to live the Christian life that I was doing something wrong. And I try to get the gospel to as many family members as possible. If they claim that they're Christian and go to church, but I try to, because they're not teaching the truth in churches these days. So if I try to get the gospel and the truth about the gospel and information about the new world order and all that, like when I tried to send the biological sister Ramona and the other family members Bibles and my True DVD for Christians and stuff like that. And then Ramona said this about the biological Aunt Yvonne. She said, I told you they're not into that. Like she got mad and screamed at me. And then she tried to make it like as if me trying to better myself as a Christian is just some fad or some hobby that I'm into. I called myself trying to do soul winning, but then, everything turned out to be so hard. And me being forced to be isolated, not having any encouraging Christians to help lift me up and encourage me. Forced to be just isolated due to the gang stalking. And then, so I feel like I'm still like been spiritually a baby that has not grown all these years, and then being ruined and destroyed by Lisa Ruby and Tracy Broadhurst, Miss Samantha Darius, all of them, caused me, their abuse caused me to backslide big time. Because I called myself trying to be so dedicated and faithful, and then dealing with abuses in different churches that I attended, and always made to feel like I'm doing something wrong or something like that. So, if they have so many mean people in church, or they'll try to make you feel like as if you're doomed for the one sin that they perceive of you to be committing. So if the church is serving donuts and you're hungry for a second donut, they'll ostracize and shame you or whatever because they don't like you and want to single you out. But how come I'm wrong for asking for a second donut and called greedy? But, everybody else, they can stuff their faces with 5 and 6 donuts. Excuse me. So, in the church, it seemed like it's the most discouraging. But I said that despite what I went through after having I don't know everything about the Bible, but even though I've read the Bible cover to cover at least 6 times, but I still don't remember everything and still got to keep studying and learning, And, I also been damaged by the cult that I grew up in as well. So, and I feel bad to admit that some of the times it seems like maybe because of religious narcs using the Bible to hurt, to weaponize the Bible to hurt and shame me. I think that might be the reason why if I read a certain Bible scripture and feel like, well, and then if I read that scripture and then feel emotionally hurt or feel doomed and feeling like a spiritual failure, and then Lisa Ruby and Tracy Broadhurst telling me that there's no hope in heaven for you. So make me feel like as if there's no opportunity or chance to straighten up. But the gang stalkers, they'll try to call me a hypocrite and trying to point out what they perceive of my sins are, and then use that to justify why they think I should turn to Satan and become a gang stalker. So I'm trying as best as I could to stay on a narrow path to righteousness and just only try to have enough money to survive and not try to have too much, you know. And that's all I was asking for. But the gang stalking network, the things that they want me to be is what they're falsely accusing me of. If they falsely accuse me of being a pity prostitute, because they want me to be a hoe, and they're mad because I'm not. So it's like they want me to be racist, or they want me to be a child predator. They want me to be these things and act like as if they're trying to get me to be these things. So you know, it's really strange if people wanted to force you on psychiatric medications and lie and say you're crazy, but then they spread false rumors, lying and saying that you're a drug addict. But then they won't tell you what drugs that they think you're doing. I don't even drink. I hate alcohol and cigarettes. But, you know, I think I would have been dead by now if I would have been an alcoholic. Probably. So yeah, I woke up. It was, I think, after 3:00. I woke maybe about 3:15. I woke up. So I don't know if I slept from 10:00. It was probably 10 or 10:30. I dozed off and fell asleep finally, because it was 7 or 8:00, and I was dead tired, and dozing off to sleep felt hopeless, and then my anxiety was really high, and they were vibrating my body so bad. And then after 10:00 or 10:30, I finally dozed off and fell asleep, and I set my alarm because I was cooking the rice in the crock pot, and I felt like for me to, you know, have to sleep with one eye open or have to stay awake because I'm cooking in a crock pot, that's more torture for me. So even the crock pot, I be having to watch over the crock pot like a hawk, because I don't be knowing if the food is going to expand or overflow, or something will happen or something like that. So yeah, me transitioning again. I mean, I still remember how to cook rice on a stove, and it's super easy in the rice cooker, but the crock pot, you know, me trying new things, you know, like the gang stalkers shunning me, saying that I don't know the proper ratio with rice and beans. Like, hold up, I wasn't sure of the size of the crock pot. It's my first time doing this. I made a mistake. I learned from it. I learned to do things differently, and you still hound me down and harass and attack me. So so they have a problem with me putting coconut oil and Himalayan pink salt and a lot of the stuff that I cook. Not everything or almost everything, but a lot. Like, I usually, when I cook beans, I definitely put the coconut oil in the beans. And like, if I cook it on a stove, it will come out, no matter what kind of bean it is, it comes out creamy. But if I cook rice on a stove, and it will take 30 minutes and be kind of difficult. But if I put some coconut oil in the rice while it's cooking, instead of 30, it takes 15 minutes to cook. But I don't know about a rice cooker. So, um, I mean, it's like y'all think y'all have the authority to police and regulate, me eating coconut oil and say that I shouldn't be allowed to eat that. And then they got, I mean, I don't know 100% everything about coconut oil, but I've done my research. I've done my research on coconut oil. But well, if I can stay here longer, past October or something, maybe I can be trying like pumpkin seed oil, truffle oil, sesame oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, or something different. But I call myself I don't have the discipline or the self discipline or the self motivation to do the oil pulling. Because I mean, I need the self discipline and self determination to do the oil pulling. But I don't have patience. But I've heard people say it cures so many diseases, like so many things. But I guess the oil pulling, swishing the oil in your mouth for 20 minutes is more effective than just brushing with the oil. But the brushing does some work or some help too. But I didn't even think to do oil pulling when I started having the tooth pain. But eventually I did try to I think it was before the bump actually came. And I didn't get the tooth abscess, the actual abscess. I didn't get it until after that dentist appointment. And so so yeah. So this, well, I'm gonna say yesterday since it's a new day, but well, after I woke up in the afternoon, yeah, I did a few videos, and then I was, that seventh Hanuman perp made a fake live stream about me, and I only watched small bits and pieces because him being what he is, an abusive, narcissistic, fake TI perp, and then try to discredit me and shame me and make me look really stupid and really crazy and everything. And then try to gaslight and lie and say that he never said I was schizophrenic and stuff like that, So, he was saying like people like him. I even hate to hear people like him talk. So I barely watched. I didn't watch that much of the video, but he's defending and agreeing with gang stalkers, saying that they're not messing with me and that I'm the one who's just looking foolish and crazy, but at the same time saying I know you're a real TI, when they have other fake TI perps who've done the same thing. It's like you trying to play mind games. So, and it was all about him being bossy and controlling and trying to tell me what to do and act like he wanted to force or make me watch that video. That's why he tagged me, and then he trying to make like he wanted me to watch it. And then he's like, well, I know you're watching this video. No, I ain't giving you what you want. You make me sick. You a perp. And then they had fake people up in there talking about that, defending and agreeing with him and making it like as if he makes the most sense of all the YouTubers and stuff like that. Like, come on, man, he's deceiving y'all. But he'll sit there and defend and agree with the police, and defend and agree with, like, there was a video, one of the videos of mine where it was a red Dodge Ram, and he tried to make it like the person having their arm hanging out the window is normal and that he is not bothering me. I mean, that the person with the arm hanging, like, well, okay, if it's not, if them having their arm hanging out the window is not gang stalking, then I have video footage. Just look through them, but numerous videos where they wait until they pass by me, and then drape, like a stupid, lazy kind of drape their arm out of the window. And then this guy try to make it like as if he thinks I get LV2K, whatever that is. I never heard of LV2K, but I heard of V2K. But not, what does the L mean? What is that? So he tried to falsely make it like as if my gang stalkers are controlling me and controlling what I think, and that they're using V2K to manipulate me to think that he's a perp. No, you saying shit that's some perp shit. I mean, you think that a perp has to get in my face and talk to me in order to be bothering me. But, you know, he wants to try to control and fix targeted individuals, talking about people behaving badly and being bad TIs and stuff. But he wants to try to narcissistically control. I don't give a fuck. He wants to, I'm saying I don't give a fuck what he said. He wants to narcissistically control me and make attempts at trying to delusionally believe he's my handler. For you to call me a fool and say that I'm tripping or that I've lost my mind and stuff like that, you are trying to call me crazy. But when I was homeless, when have you ever helped me? Never. So why you want to try to just randomly harass and fuck with me and try to control and fix me now? Stay away from me and don't even tag or mention or try to comment on me no more. Like, who the fuck are you? Stay the hell away from me. I hate people like you. And then you want to narcissistically force yourself into my life and try to set yourself up to be a behavior coach or something like that. And then he try to call me all kinds of names for talking about he got proof of gang stuff. No, you don't have proof of yourself being targeted. You're using other people's shit and try to gaslight and discredit them. But the only thing I respect, though, I don't have anywhere else to live. If I moved away from here, then homelessness is the only other place to be. Because I don't know of any place, and they're threatening my finances, they're threatening my income. They're threatening my finances, they're threatening my income as it is. So, if I were to get to keep my income, I heard that the gang stalking network makes sure you don't get to last 3 months on a job with the workplace mobbing. So, the only thing I respect is he encouraged me to live by the beach. Well, I don't have money to be living by the beach. You know, nobody wanted me in Pensacola. That was, and Star Bricker would, act like she can try to rant, talking about, oh, Candy's living in an expensive, rich beach town that she can't afford. That's not even the case at all. Pensacola itself is not a beach town. The beach town is 30 minutes away from Pensacola, or the beach spot. So mainland Pensacola was everything was a lot more affordable before the you know what started in 2019. I'm sorry, 2020. In 2019, in Pensacola, they had more housing available. They had places that were $500 a month. And I'm going to say, like I recently talked about this, when I was working at the YMCA, right when my money started to get comfortable, and I almost was about to get that place that was $500 a month. They bullied me. They set up and lied on me to get me wrongfully fired and banned from the YMCA. So that sabotaged my chances of employment. To get a place to live. And then I tried to work for ABM, working at the colleges. And there was another targeted individual a few hours ago. I watched this video where he was saying that they hit him with weapons so bad at work that that they're trying to force him to have to quit, or he ended up having to go to the hospital so much. And that happened to me in 2019. That I would be busy cleaning up, working by myself, and they would have gang stalkers attacking me with weapons. And they shut that whole PsychWorld channel. Star Bricker she falsely reported me and got, made sure that she got got that wrongfully taken down. So that whole entire channel is gone. And a lot of videos on my other couple of channels is gone. I had some damn good footage of the gang stalking. Gone. Just gone. But, so yeah, that happened to me in 2019, that I ended up having to go to the emergency room 4 times within 6 weeks. And I kept begging the manager to let me work full time, and he would not let me work full time. They only kept me working part time. And then I guess they hit you with weapons to make you so exhausted and drained that you can't physically work full-time hours, even though you need to work for your survival. But it's like they bullied me off the job, or they workplace mobbed me really bad. And that was another thing that they gave me massive thumbs down when I spoke out against the workplace mobbing at ABM that was on Pensacola State College campus. So if I got a bachelor's degree and forced to do janitorial work, and I'm disabled and can't be around noise, so, well, that's the only thing. I didn't watch that much of that guy's fake live stream about me, but somebody that calls himself narc repellent acted like a narcissistic abuser, and I never even heard of this narc repellent perp before, but. That person falsely said that I'm fake, and then try to say, what just like the regular perps been asking a lot lately, what the hell kind of name is Candy Grand Prix? Well, y'all act like as if I picked out my own name by myself. My last name is French, and the biological, I don't know if it was which parent. It probably was. I mean, I don't know if it was the biological parents or any of the sisters and brothers. I don't know who named us Candy and Brandy. We assumed that it was the biological mom, Frances, but it could have been other family members that gave us those names. Neither one of us had middle names. But they don't say what kind of name is Brandy Grand Prix, but they're going to say, what kind of name is Candy Grand Prix? Well, I don't even like my own name. And I recently talked about that too on Twitter, that I hate my name. But I feel like I wish I had a middle name. But my name means something sweet and it fits my personality. But, you know, I hate if people ignorantly laugh and say that my name is comparable to a porn star or a stripper, or if they say, oh, Candy and Brandy sound like stripper names, and then laugh and make fun. And then the fake foster family used to make jokes talking about sugar and wine. So, but yeah, I agree that living near the beach is, mentally relaxing, but when I was in Pensacola and go to the beach, they used to sabotage, or they acted like they used to sabotage my beach trip with the transportation to and from the beach. And then if I try to get some rest or relaxation, those abusive, narcissistic, badass military kids would wait till they get near me and start smoking so heavy around me and create a noise campaign. If I was there first, and y'all a whole group of people who are younger than me and come after me, and just to destroy and disrupt my peace and rest, and then I get falsely called the Karen. I falsely get called Karen. A Karen. But I was there first, and y'all have the malicious and deliberate intent to ruin my peace. But speaking of the beach, I've been wishing I can go to the beach, but I don't even have transportation to get to the real grocery store. So they don't have buses here, but that guy is trying to talk about you need to move and move here. I don't even have that much money like that. Otherwise, if I didn't know about this place, I would still probably be homeless on the streets in Cincinnati. And as dangerous as they are, I probably would have been murdered or something. Because they had two black guys that was dangerous enough that they could have killed me. One of them threatened to kill me. So, at the park. One of them threatened to kill me at the park in Cincinnati, downtown. So even other people were saying that, I need to move away from here. It's too depressing. Well, I don't have no transportation. And where could I move with, the landlords want 3.5 times the rent. So if I could have been back on Section 8, but then again, Section 8 sucks because you have to deal with noise campaigns and noise harassment. Even worse than what I'm already experiencing here. So, there was a point in time I used to feel like, before I realized that the noise and stuff was related to the gang stalking, I used to wonder if I was living in a richer area or had more finances or more money, if the living situation would be more quiet. But I didn't realize that no matter how rich or poor you are, they were strategically, even if I'm living in a rich folks area, you know, but how could I get a car and live in a place like where your next door neighbor is a 15-minute drive? The closest neighbor to live at is a 15-minute drive away from you. Like in Traveler's Rest or Lisa Ruby, yeah, the closest neighbor, those Lippert people. I don't know, it felt like 15 minutes to drive over to their house. Now, I don't think that was the closest neighbor, but, but in Birmingham, Alabama, it would be so country that it would be like the closest neighbor would be like 30 minutes away from you. Or the grocery store is 30 minutes away from you. Like, in houses be like spread far apart and everything. Out in the country. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that is like one of the only things I agree with, that I know this place sucks. Bloomington, Texas. Nothing at all here. You hear that? And for this to be such a small town and so much noise and so many dirty people, it's ridiculous. People even say Victoria is boring and has nothing. But then being in bigger places like San Antonio or Houston or something, I couldn't handle the noise. And then dangerous people and noise. And I'm so hypersensitive, but I'm disappointed and upset that this town is so small and I can't get peace and quiet. It's so noisy at any and all times of the day and all times of the night. But yeah, the gang stalking network, they bullied me and ran me out of Pensacola. And then they got mad at me for saying that I moved to Pensacola because of the beaches, but I hardly ever got to go to the beach, really. I didn't even really get to go to the beach that much. I can count on my hands from 2019 till this year. And you know what? I don't even think I got to go to the beach any time in 2023. So Pensacola is a city that I cannot go back to live in. The only reason I would need to go back to Pensacola is if I had a way to get the money and the physical help to get all my stuff out of the storage unit. Just like Milwaukee, I don't want shit to do with Milwaukee, and the only reason why I might ever go back to visit there is if I had a way to close that bank account. But then I'm been stuck with that bank since 2005 because after Hurricane Katrina and dealing with the biological brother Wyatt and everything, he set it up for me to have to flee Milwaukee. And I had to leave that. I mean, I couldn't even, because it was around the holidays, and I couldn't even close the bank account. So you can't close the bank account. You have to be physically there in person. And then with the family members taking advantage of me financially and ruining my credit and everything, when I was in New York, trying to open a bank account, no bank would accept me. So I mean, from years ago, I forgot all about that. From years ago, I forgot. I don't remember how much money it was, but I have a line of credit through my bank that I have debt that I owe, that they still hold over me, and I don't have a way to pay it off because I don't have the finances to pay it off because of, you know, me being workplace mobbed off the job, or, you know. But how can you profess to be a targeted individual and try to discredit other targeted individuals and then try to say that you should act normal? The gang stalkers say that we should act normal, but they manipulate and trigger and provoke us to get out of character. So yeah, I don't have anywhere else I can go move unless it's somewhere on the streets. And the gang stalking network, they sabotaged excuse me, they sabotaged me trying to seek attempts at getting help and donations for enough money or fundraisers for enough money to get a car. They don't even want me with not one morsel of food. They don't want me even working. They make it like as if I don't have the mentality or the sense to work, or that I'm too crazy to work, or I'm too childlike or too retarded to work, or too mental to work. I mean, if somebody's very, very sleep deprived and you try to make somebody act normal, you're a narcissistic abuser. And I'm not Seventh Hanuman. I'm not following you. I'm not following shit you do or shit you suggest. Nothing. So I mean, you admit that you've been following me everywhere. I guess following me everywhere online, just to try to keep track of how crazy you think I am. And then trying to falsely convince me that I'm full of demons, that I need a handler. You try to insinuate, you didn't say it, but trying to, in so many ways, I guess you're trying to say I need to have a handler to control me. Mind your business, just like the gang stalkers. Mind your fucking business. Stay out of my life. Leave me the hell alone. But you ain't trying to help me talking about, oh, you're a fool if you think this, or are you out of your mind? Oh, you're out of your mind. Or you're behaving badly. Or this person behaving badly, whatever. Or you're tripping. Yeah, you ain't here to help. Where was your any kind of help when I was homeless? Yeah, you're part of the trafficking. You're a perp. You're a Freemason. I know it. Pretending that you're targeted. No, your channel consists of discrediting real targeted individuals and trying to make it like we should act normal and behave such and such a way. Your channel is dedicated to discrediting targeted individuals, and you're a disinfo agent. So, I ended up writing a short story today, and it kind of didn't come out the way I originally imagined before I put it down on paper. Because of all this distractions and harassment and everything like that, But yeah, you're not defending me by saying that, oh, you're ridiculous if you think that somebody having their arm hanging out the window means that they're a gang stalker. Oh, they have plenty of people who have their arm hanging out the window. Or, oh, that police officer wasn't even bothering you and whatever. So, yeah, you ain't helping me. You're trying to discredit me. So, he even tried to say that this place where I live at, that it looks very depressing. Yeah, Denton, Texas look just as depressing. So yeah, I mean, and they're vibrating my organs. But he says that, oh, I know you're a real TI, but then you go to try to make me look crazy and try to discredit me. I mean, yeah, and then he tried to make it like I am crazy as fuck for calling him a narcissistic abuser. Very controlling and manipulative and gaslighting. And it's like you trying to double talk and, play both sides and leave people confused. And then you have everybody, it seems like you're trying to get some celebrity for yourself, hashtagging your username. Like you trying to seek some fame, or like you delusionally believe you a fake life coach or something. How you gonna say somebody's full of demons? I don't even see any I don't even see any Bible studies or Bible stuff on your channel. I don't trust you at all. So the videos that I did, how is it that if I can post a video on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter, share it to all three of those platforms plus my blog, and then still everybody ignores and nobody really pay attention? Or if the gang stalking network is suppressing my videos, making sure that the videos don't go out. Now they're hitting me exactly right here, causing me pain. Yeah, they are hitting me bad tonight. But it's people like you that, ostracize, bully, and shame somebody to the point of suicidal depression. That's why I want to stay away from you and avoid you like the plague, so that people like you can't and won't try to ruin my mental health. I don't like the way you talk at all. I don't like the way you formulate your words. I just hate everything about just disgusting. Leave me alone. Stay away from me. You a perp just like everybody else. I'm not saying everybody else, but you a perp just like the rest of the damn perps. Sitting there harassing women online. I didn't even ask for any of your advice. Talking about that I should watch your videos and learn from you. No. You're not God. And then you act like you just want to point out. And guess what? Nerve Gorilla is a perp, and he's not even part of the TI community. So, like, as I said, I just do my videos on YouTube, and I can count on, like, I watch, like, very few, I'm subscribed to very few TI channels, at least on this channel on YouTube. And I seldom watch so-called TI videos on YouTube. But TikTok is where the real footage is, where the real stuff is at. But people are starting to become fake on there too. People are starting to become very fake on TikTok too. And on Twitter, it's like as if I'm just talking to a brick wall on Twitter. But they suppress my videos like other professed targeted individuals, even on TikTok. You can be following 400 people and, have 545 followers. And then if you might end up getting more likes and views and stuff like that, your information gets out. But for me to have over 1,000 TikTok followers, and I'd be lucky if I get 15 views on one video. So, but I'm thankful. I'm surprised that I have any support for anybody to like or favorite anything. To favorite my videos. But I never once really noticed of anybody reposting my videos on TikTok. But on YouTube, the only people who share my videos, and without my permission, they do it to try to discredit and point the finger and discredit and be like, this is proof that Candy's bad. This is proof that she's crazy. This is proof that something's wrong with her. They don't show my videos in defense of, going to bat for and defending me as a real targeted individual. But they suppress my targeted individual videos. It seems like if I talk about narcissistic abuse, every now and then it might get some exposure, but all my targeted individual videos and all videos of my short stories, and I don't have to, during this time, I'm not saying no more, but during this time, I don't even have to panhandle or ask for help. But for me to panhandle and ask for help, or videos about me exposing my targeting, or videos of me trying to share my short stories, all those videos get suppressed or ignored. But if I talk about narcissistic abuse on TikTok, every now and then they might get some get exposure, some don't. Excuse me, but I get the most exposure, or the videos get pushed out if I show cooking videos or food videos or something. But then if my videos get pushed out and me talking about the targeting, I get, brutally attacked by wolves, and it's like people would make fake comments about me being irrational or unreasonable, or they'll try to make like as if I am the Karen, that I'm being a Karen, a crazy Karen. And then when I try to show them playing psychological games and brutalizing me at the restaurants about water, that video was at the Cracker Barrel. The video about water. So, about being manipulated and played with the water. But other targeted individuals who understand the gang stalking tactics, they wouldn't have called me foolish or insulted me or put me down or jumped down my throat or attacked me or anything like that, Excuse me. But I guess it is very few genuine, sincere, targeted individuals who really understand, or who really even care. But see, they're vibrating my organs right now. And this one reason why I can't get to go to sleep. It's torture. So, I started a few hours ago. I started to work on some, like, at least two or three other blog topics. And I wrote a short story and like a couple other blog topics I'm still working on while I had just started, and on stuff that that I can't say anywhere on social media. I can't even say it on here. Can't even say it on YouTube. So, you know, I'm writing. I didn't put it on my blog yet, but I'm working on it. I'm writing about it, you know. So, yeah. I mean, for somebody to just start, like, you doing your YouTube videos about your targeting, and then a fake TI perp or a regular perp just come and harass and try to discredit you out of the blue, out of nowhere, for no reason. And I don't even remember that Seven Hanuman guy. I don't remember him even. I kind of don't even remember him commenting like 11 months ago or 8 months ago. Um, and before then, I had never really looked at his channel. Never really, you know. But I mean, but they got some genuine targets on TikTok. But I hate that they also try to mix Christianity and New Age, or they profess to be targeted, or they'll say that they believe in God but not Jesus, or they say that they don't believe in any kind of Christianity at all, or they might promote New Age, or they might consider themselves a real TI but throwing up those satanic hand signs and stuff, and like deep into the New Age and witchcraft and everything. So I don't know why. Like, I hate being around people who say that they're Christian and act like they think that they're more holy, or think that they're superior or better than me, and try to make it like as if I'm just a doomed failure, that I should just go to hell right now. But they manipulate me to feel like as if I'm not holy enough, or they want to fake TI perps and regular perps try to falsely tell me. They try to make it like as if I have a legion of demons, that I'm just so full of demons. Now I'm just, everything about me is just negative, like that New Age word, energy, negative spiritual energy, that New Age stuff, that I'm low vibrational and negative. And they say, this is the reason why people stay away from you. This is why people don't want to talk to you. But to the point where you think that you strip me of all my rights and treat me like I don't have a right to live. If I try to be excited and happy and show y'all the beach, or be happy and excited and show y'all the pool, or be happy and excited and show y'all food or whatever, or try to show y'all a new short story that I wrote, yeah, I mean, y'all got something. Y'all got something bad to say about that. And so I mean, it was always has been projection. If you say I stay away from Candy because Candy's so full of negativity, or she's so negative, and then if I try to show something good, positive, or happy, you get mad, like as if I'm not supposed to have that, or I'm not supposed to do that. If like y'all criminalize and get mad and yell at me for trying to treat myself. Me and my twin sister's birthday is coming up. The Gang Stalking Network last year, they applauded. Whoa! They applauded and praised my twin sister for treating herself, but they wanted me to be super punished. I don't know what this is. Hold on, y'all. I don't know if this is a fly or a roach, but where they come from. I usually have not been having roaches. But I haven't seen any roaches flying around here, but yeah. So the foster cousin Whitney, when I was depressed, she I don't think she ever set foot in Denton, Texas. So of course she wouldn't know what it's like. So I couldn't get a job and didn't really have adequate transportation in Denton, Texas either. So she tried to say that geographical location or whatever wouldn't make me happy and that I have to make myself happy. And then she falsely accused me of like I had just gotten out of the mental hospital, and instead of offering, like the foster cousin Whitney I'm talking about, you know, instead of her giving me support and encouragement, you know, she tried to falsely accuse me of trying to seek attention and trying to say that you're not getting what you are looking for and stop putting your business out there. But Whitney is a fucking perp, an abusive, narcissistic perp. But the foster family, they didn't like her either. They didn't like her either, and they used to hate her and her daughters. But you sit there and mock and make fun of me like you think you're superior, telling me that you're not getting it what it is. Stop broadcasting all of your business out there, and you're not getting what you're looking for. And I'm like, well, wow, you just kicked me down even harder when I'm at my lowest. And then all that fake Facebook preaching and posting Bible scriptures, you know, Facebook preaching and posting Bible scriptures and talking about God all the time, while you hate your own, even though foster cousin, but you hate your own damn cousin. Even though we're not genetically related because of the foster care, but I thought we are supposed to be considered like cousins. Even the Masonic Smelly Crab family supposedly, you know, used to consider us cousins. But Lanika was the only one who would try to say that she would claim the psychological game she would play is she would claim my twin sister as a cousin, but tell me, oh, you're not my cousin, or you're not my legal cousin. She didn't say biological. She said, you're not my legal cousin. But the other Kraft family members used to call us cousins. And in New Orleans, everybody that know each other, everybody call each other cousins. You know, even non-relatives, if you knew each other all your life, or, you know, they be calling each other cousins. That's part of New Orleans culture. But if they be having people who's in New Orleans whose family members hate them so much that they don't even claim each other. Now, they had this boy that I knew since McDonald 26. His name was Byron Alexander. He had a sister named Lisa. And I don't think that they were biological siblings. They could have been, but I don't remember. But this lady that was their adoptive mother, the lady was an elderly woman. And she was an old folks kind of ghetto narcissistic abuser. They used to call her Mother. But I think I heard that she died right before Hurricane Katrina. She was already pretty old, like in her 70s or something. And so, Lisa was still a child. And Lisa could have been like 12 years old. And so she would get mad and yell at Lisa. And then say, well, you ain't no kin to me anyway. And I'm like, damn. But the foster mom didn't tell me something like that, but, you know, but she'd be like in 2006, she tried to make like as if I bother everybody or get on everybody's nerves. But they hate my presence and my mere existence. So the foster mom's like talking about that I badger people. And she's like, you only do that to family. Oh, you do that to your family, meaning my biological family. She said, you do that to your family, and your family get ignorant. That was her exact way of talking, and her exact voice and mannerisms and everything. The foster mom, talking like that to me, saying that you do that to your family, get ignorant. Because in New Orleans, they don't say ignorant, they say ignorant. Ignorant. Sometimes they'll say ignorant. So the people from 555 Canal Street, the ones I was talking about the other day, I don't remember if that was the video that got thrown away by unintentionally, the video that disappeared. That's that man's name. That security guard. His name was Tyrone, Nabor, Tyrone Neighbor. That was that man's name. Try to act like a know-it-all narcissist and talk about that I burnt my bridges from the family and everything. Like you knew and you talk like you knew everything about me, and then wouldn't let me argue or defend myself, and you just thought you knew about me more than I did. And so, and then they had that lady, I don't remember what her name was, and she yelled at me and tried to talk about that she know me like a book, and that she see right through me, and I can't fool her. They were abusive, narcissistic, know-it-all, ghetto perps. So, let me see something. Okay, wait. So, the short story that I wrote called No Mores, because I don't like s'mores and I don't like marshmallows. Now, if I can do an alternative to s'mores and have like peanut butter and chocolate and graham crackers instead of marshmallows, that would be awesome. But s'mores is disgusting to me. I absolutely hate marshmallows. When I was younger, I used to pick out the marshmallows out of Lucky Charms. When I was little, when I was younger, I never could stand marshmallows. But what's funny is, I like Rice Krispies treats, and I can tolerate eating Rice Krispies treats, and they have marshmallows, but I can eat that. But s'mores and other marshmallows, like gross, man, gross, just gross, nasty. So I be having fun with my short stories, trying to enjoy having fun with them, but it had a positive ending, started off rough, but so yeah, I put it in the community post, the short story that I wrote. But yeah, everybody, they want to control you and stuff like that, but yeah, if you're talking about, oh, I'm trying to help you, all you're doing is pointing out that, oh, you look crazy, you look stupid. But do you give any positivity or encouragement? No, you just tell everybody to stay away from me and hate me. But you don't be like, well, hey, go buy Candy Grand Prix's latest ebook, or, oh, Candy is advertising her latest short story for free. Why don't you go read it? Then people would devour and attack that person, or say that person is crazy or stupid for defending and showing me any kind of love or support. But these gang stalkers trying to play God and think that they got the authority to dictate who's allowed to love me, who they want to love, and who they want to hate. And they're trying to get everybody to hate me and make it like everybody is better than me, superior, and more righteous than me. So thanks for listening to me, because the storage space is filling up. I'm feeling a little bit better emotionally. Now the time is 1:19 a.m. in the morning. I hope I can get me some good sleep, because yeah, I'm feeling deprived enough that I can feel heavy pressure on my heart and feel like I'm about to die. So, even though I know I'm not about to die, but it feels that way. So, I'm too depressed and tired to go out and do laundry or go shopping, do the shopping that I need to do. You know, and people are just sitting here kicking me down even harder and making me feel worse and just discouraging me and everything. So, I'm going to go for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.